Yes, in our previous class we already learned the LACP, PAGP and on mode. So now we are doing the layer 3 ether channel. If you remember our Cisco here, they mentioned the layer 2 and layer 3. So we are going to do the layer 3. What we will do in the layer 3, that is we can take the ports. Example, you have 3 ports. We will take the 4 ports and we will make one logical port and we will assign the IP address. If you see here, I wrote some theory here. We will take the single port and configure in the routing. Like example, if you want to connect to 2 router or 2 switches, do the routing or something configuration. So we can do. How we can do, I will show you now. First of all, if you remember, whenever we are not using when you use the layer 3 switch and if you want to assign the IP address, you will write no switch port. This we done before. I will show you today in lab. We are going to do that one. So what we will do, I will take the range of the port. I will write no switch port, and then we will logical interface, that is we are going to assign the IP. We will say no IP first, then when all the ports mix and become a one port, then we will assign the IP address. For routing purpose we can use, but anyhow you will be clear with the lab. I'll show you here. See, this is the same scenario. We have the switch 1, switch 2 and we have the interface. So what we will do here, I will take this switch. First of all, this is a going the enable mode configure switch name I wrote here. Till here we know that basic configuration, and now I will take the interface range 0 E0 by 0 dash 3. This one we use to make the range. Like example, I want to select this one, this one, this one. By typing this command, I will select this all and then I will write no switch port. Means this all ports should not be switch port. Individually I am saying this port should not be switch port. Then I am writing no IP address. So IP address also not there in this one. Then I will write channel group 1. I am defining this in a group 1. Then mode I can take LSCP, PAGP or on. So I am doing by using on. We can use any protocol, we can do any protocol. So we can now in this case I am using on. So after that we need to assign interface port channel 1. I will go in this interface. First of all, with this configuration we created example a port like this. Okay. And now I will go in that port. Whatever port I created, I will go in that port. This is a port channel 1. I created port channel 1. I will go inside that one and then I will assign the IP address and I will write no shut. Any confusion? If you remember before what we are doing here, if you see, let me show you the last slide. Here what we discussed in the screenshot. If you see here, we created P of 01. P of 01. So with this command from here to here, if you see from here to here, this we are creating the port P of 01 like this, and after that I am going inside this one and I am assigning the IP address. Same thing, going in the enable, then going in the configuration, giving the name to the switch, selecting the all interface, saying this is not no switch port, no IP address individually. Then I am making with this command, I am making 4 physical interface into 1 logical interface, and then I am going in that interface and assigning the IP address. I am writing no shut. After that, if you want to do routing, we can do routing, and if you want to make some routing protocol, we can do that one. And same command we have show spanning tree, VLAN 1, show EtherChannel summary, show EtherChannel detail, show EtherChannel port channel. Like this we can do. Okay, let me do and verify. So what I will do, first of all, let me switch off this switches, so all the configuration will be erased. Or we can copy like this and duplicate and we can do. But in simplicity, what I am saying, I am not saving the configuration. Just switch off and then switch on. So this will load and this switches will be start. Meanwhile, the configuration which we discuss, I will just copy. From here to here. Okay, I will copy and I will go here in the switch. This switch I already reload, so this switch is ready. I will just paste here. If you see here, no error, nothing, everything is okay. And I will go here, I will take for the switch 2 this configuration also, and let me paste in the switch 2. So let me go to the switch 2, and in the switch 2 here, this is a switch 2. Okay, in the switch 2 I will paste the configuration here. So if you see, I have the switch 2 and switch 1. So what I will do, I can write show spanning tree VLAN 1 here, and if you see here we have let me make 1 so it will not confuse. Maybe screen is not good. Let me open again this one, open the console. Let me check. I will write show. Let me use this command. I will copy and paste this one from here to here. Let me paste here, and here if you see here, it is not showing, or it will take some time. Anyhow, let me check the other commands also, and we can check by writing the show interface brief. If you see, I have the port. If you want to check, we can write show IP interface brief. I will have this port. See here I have the port channel 1, and I assign the IP address, and I use this one, this port are up. And here let me go to the other switch also. Let me write here show what I wrote, show IP interface brief. So if you see, I assign the port channel 1 and I give the IP address. So what I done here, actually I taken the interface from the range and I put in the one port. If you see, let me go to this one, summary. We can check in the summary will show whatever ports we use, whatever we done. So let me go here and type this one. If you see, summary is saying P01 is RU. If you see here, before we have S, so we are saying layer 2, but here we have R, capital R. So R means layer 3. So now we are doing the configuration for layer 3, and U means in use. And in this one, how many port we have? We have E0 by 0, E0 by 1, E0 by 2, E0 by 3. Okay. And if you want to check more detail, we can write EtherChannel detail. Let me take and paste here, so we will have this detail here. If you see here, the group state is L3. Before we have L2, now we have L3 because we are doing in the layer 3. How layer 3 means, I am writing no switch port, and then we are writing no. If you see this configuration, no switch port and no IP address, and then we are assigning the IP address. That is a layer 3 EtherChannel. So if you see here, they given here, this is L3, and maximum port we use 4, and the same detail as we get before. So now let's see the last command here, that is a show EtherChannel port channel. So all the detail for the port channel here. Let's see here. If you see here, what we have detail, we have the P of 01, this one here, and if you see, we use group 1, okay, and these are the interface we taken and make as a 1. And here protocol we did not use. I used the on method. I did not use the LACP or PHGP. That's why this one, and this is a L3, that is I am using the EtherChannel for L3. So if you see with this one, this is the same screenshot I keep here. So when you are revising, you can see this one. So with this one, we can say all our EtherChannel is finished. So now we can go for the next topic.